Hello everybody, welcome to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2018, the Unemployment Challenge, and I'm still at Darlington. Despite saying I was probably going to leave, I'm still here, and honestly, the fact they turned professional was the turning point for me. If it wasn't for that, I probably would have left. So, we've got some bits and pieces I want to show you first and foremost. I've been here for 2 years and 22 days now. We've got our first game of the season as well to look at. And we're going to look at the season preview and all the transfers we've made so far. Looking at our facilities, I've actually managed to convince the board to upgrade our junior coaching to average. So any young players that come into the stadium, into the team now will be better because of it. And despite the fact we've got a planned expansion of 750 standing seats, which will be completed on my birthday, we've also got future stadium plans. Stage searching for site, planned capacity 4,432 seated, an all-seated stadium in the future. Now, Darlington had a stadium of 25,000 seats at one point before they had to be revamped and, well, they got disbanded and refounded again. It was one of those things that happened sometimes, but it happened, and that was a thing that happened once upon a time. So, I'm now going to look at the people that we've brought in. There's only one permanent signing, but for the most part, I think we're fine. Now, the first and only permanent signing I've made in this transfer window was for the midfielder Christopher Allen. He was let go from Bradford after a year there, and he had been at Sunderland beforehand. Didn't play a single game for either of those two teams, but I bought him on a permanent basis, and he's our highest paid player at the moment, £500 a week, which isn't a lot, I know, especially for a professional club, but it's a 2-year deal. I'm confident he'll do good things for us, especially since we lost Phil Turnbull. We need a midfielder who's good at a deep line playmaker as well. So we've got the perfect ideal situation here. We got a like-for-like replacement, give or take. And just to show you why I'm interested in Chris Allen, Phil Turnbull is better in some places, but Allen is so much younger that his mental side will definitely improve sooner rather than later. Yes, his physicals will also definitely improve as well, but there's a lot of things that I'm definitely excited by in terms of Christopher Allen. And Turnbull wanted to sign. They want to sign a new deal, so he left. So, disappointed by that. And overall, Turnbull is better in defending, mentals, attacking, vision and speed, but the physical side is where Allen's better in, and his technicals are also just as good. So, there's a lot of things he can improve on, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world. And Turnbull, while I'd want to sign him, had no interest in signing for us anyway. So he lost a good player, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. I'll scout him again just to be on the safe side in that regards. The first player that I signed on a loan basis was a familiar face, Ralph de Silva. Now, he did not have a good spell last time he was here, and honestly, I'm desperately hoping he does better this time. It's his second season on loan with us, and last year wasn't his best season by any stretch of imagination, an average of just 6.61, but I think he has potential to do better this time, especially since he's now the main man in this position. He was fighting Josh Giddey's, and I think that might have actually played a part in why he wasn't doing so well last season. And really, if he does well, then we have a good season, I think. He's not our best player by any stretch of imagination, but he can definitely be a very good player if he puts his mind to it. Now, another player that we've got on loan, and perhaps my best player in the squad right now because of it, Jordan Boone. A loanee, signee from Bolton Wanderers. He made his debut last season, Bolton Wanderers, in the Checker Trade Trophy, which says a lot. But I think we have a very good prospect in this guy if we are to do well. Now, he is by far the best player in the team. I'll just compare him now to some of the players we have in the side. I'm going to compare him to Ryan O'Reilly, and you'll see Boone isn't as good in the physical or the speed side of things, but everything else, he's better than Ryan O'Reilly. Just generally, honestly, it's just that he's just that impressive. Ryan O'Reilly is our second best player in this position, so it just shows you a lot just how well he is and just how good of a player he is. Now, the next signing we got on loan was Menelik Ali, Irishman from Bury, and he hasn't played a senior game yet. He's been in the Checker Trade Trophy as well with Bury, but I think we can, if we give him his debut, which honestly is the main goal at this point. I only brought him in because Katone was injured. He's out for another 5 to 10 days, and with him injured, Ali was the ideal replacement with Ben Hobbs playing in the attacking midfielder role. So, if we can do well in this position, if he does well for me, I'll be very happy indeed. It's just a matter of, okay, can we produce the goods? He's going to be with us on loan for the rest of the season, and I'll be interested to see how he does this season, and hopefully he does well for us. Another loan signee, but another good player, and honestly, he's more of a backup this time around. But he could also be better than Sam Gibson, so I want a competition with Gibson. He's the same sort of player as Gibson in some regards, so I'm going to compare him to Gibson just to show you like for like in terms of the attributes. So Gibson is better in the speed, vision, technicals, mentals, and defending than Camwell, but Camwell can play in different roles in the side. So I'm definitely interested to see what happens. Camwell and Gibson will be the two that will be fighting out for the right to be the #1 fullback in the team. And while Gibson can also play the other side, I think it's good to have more than one person in this position, especially since Gibson was the only decent left back now that Terry Gilbride had left at the end of the season, so we need to do something in that regards. Last signing of the season so far, and another loan signing, and it's David Parkhouse. Now, Parkhouse is probably the best striker in the side right now. Sheffield United were relegated from the Championship last season after 2 years in the division, and now he's with us. So I'm going to compare him to Ayola, and I'm going to compare him to Beck, just to see what he's better in that regard. Parkhouse is by far the fastest player we have. He's got better vision than Ayola and better technicals, but Ayola's got better aerial, better mentals, better physical, and better attacking stats overall. But honestly, the pace and acceleration on this guy is amazing. His stamina is not great. It's probably his main weakness, but that's not an issue as far as I am concerned. And then we got Mark Beck, who is, well, he's got more strength and jumping reach. He's a taller player by some standards, and he's got better mentals as well. So if we're looking at this, Parkhouse is better in speed, vision, and technical, same in stats in attacking, but aerial, mental, defending, and physical, Beck is better in. So we've got good plethora of players here, and I'm going to show you the players that actually left this season at the end of last year on a free transfer. Now you're going to see a few players that you'll probably recognise that have left. Bartlett was the main goalkeeper until we brought in Richards, who was already saying he was going to retire, but now he's no longer retired. I don't know what that is about, but okay. Phil Turnbull wanted to leave for a bigger club, and we couldn't really get him to sign a new deal, so he left on the free transfer. Gillies won a promotion last year, he didn't get promotion, and now he's at Salford. So the team that beat us for the right to be promoted last year has now signed him on a deal that he's getting paid 1.2 grand a year. So, yeah, that's happening. Harvey Saunders is another player that I wasn't so keen on, honestly. I think he could definitely be better, but I didn't give him a chance. And he has a good plethora of teams that are looking for him. Altrin and Chorley, Hampton and Richmond, and FC United all in the same tier as us, so he might get a chance to show me wrong, honestly, but who cares about that. And the other couple of players that left, Gary Brown permanently left. I wasn't really, I didn't think it was that good enough for us, honestly, so it's not the worst in the world. And Gilbride, while he's a legend in terms of goals and appearances, I don't think he was going to get much game time underneath as it is, so yeah, struggling for that in that regards. Look at the season preview. We are currently in 5th place. None of our team make the Media Dream 11, unfortunately, but we do have a good chance to get promoted. We are actually higher than last season. Last season, we were only expected to finish in 8th place. This year, we're already in 5th. 8-1 odds on favourites to be promoted. Kidderminster recently relegated, the only side relegated to the division that actually managed to stay, that actually got into the north side of the conference. Hereford United were actually there in the south side last year, but actually in the north this year, and actually had the most expensive player in terms of wages. Boston United are the favourites of the title, Kidderminster second, Havergal third, Chester fourth, Darlington ourselves in fifth, Guiseley in 6th, and FC United in 7th. The top 17 looking to get promoted through the playoffs or champions. Grantham Town, Hednesford Town, and Alfreton are the 3 teams that are supposed to be relegated this season. I'm not joking when I say that. Actually, I didn't know you could do this. Hold on. I didn't know you could do this. It's actually a new thing. I just learned this right now by accident. So you got all these stats. That's interesting. I'm by far the youngest manager, only 27. My personality is spineless, apparently. What? Oh, that's brilliant. One of the youngest average ages of the scenes, though. Is that my team that's spineless, or is that me? I think that's my team. No, it's me. Apparently, I'm the spineless manager. That's... Well... Okay. I don't know what to think about that. That's a first. I've never seen that before. But yeah, apparently this is the predicted lineup, which is a bit weird. Why is it having Wealth to Silver as a striker? Weird. That is so stupid, though. I'm not going to lie. That's a bit annoying to see that. But that's the projected lineup. It's a 4-4-2, which makes no sense. But anyway, we're predicted to finish in 5th place. We don't have any players in the Dream Team, which is a shame, but it happens, I suppose. Our 2 key players are Jordan Boom, as I told you, our best player, and David Parkhouse. 2 loanee signings are 2 main players, which I think says a lot, doesn't it? But anyway, we got Chorley in the first game of the season. We've actually beaten them twice, but lost against them once and drawn against them once in the past. So we'll look at the past reasons for us. We actually lost against them last time out at the end of the season. It was actually one of the reasons we didn't get promoted. We've never actually beaten them at their ground, so we've always beaten it at our ground, but never at their ground. So we don't have the best of records at this stadium, unfortunately. But that's the preferred lineup I'm going to go with, and honestly, I think we can definitely do well. I need to get another midfielder, actually, and Sawyer's been injured, doesn't help with that, with his hip injury. If I get the loanee I'm looking to buy, I'm actually going to show you this right now, because transfer Daniel Pybus is the player I'm trying to get on loan. Whether he signs for it, I don't know, but he actually played for Bradford last year in the league, so he's definitely had some time in the Football League at one point in time. So if we can get him, we can get him, but in the meantime, we're going to see what we can do against Chorley today. And O'Reilly just showing... That just shows just how good Boone is, that he's actually making everyone else look poor in that position, doesn't it? But yeah, we didn't need to get another midfielder. Wheatley is the only other midfielder we have outside of Sawyers and Allen right now, so definitely need to strengthen that position, I think. Let's see what we can do against Chorley today. So with about 4 signees making their debut today, it should be interesting to see what happens. And let's go and try and make it so we have a reason to want to win today. I think we definitely have a good chance of winning. It's just a matter of making sure we actually produce the goods we know we're capable of doing, you know? But apparently, I'm a spineless manager. I didn't think that was a thing you could get as a personality, so I'm disappointed by that. But in the meantime, let's see what we can do against Chorley. I think we can definitely win. We should be winning at least anyway. Rosier, Ubala, Bipeman cover. Almost an own goal by Taylor, apparently, which is a bit awkward, but there you go. So, yeah, I think it's more of a tackle by accident than anything else. Lubala plays it across, and that's wide of the post. So, almost a disaster start for us. We don't seem to have the better records against Chorley at their ground, so I want to see that improve today. Wheatley on the ball. Finds Taylor with that pass. He's now found Allen. Here's Wheatley again. Back to Taylor. Now Allen. De Silva. Wheatley. Parkhouse. Out wide to De Silva. Can play it in the middle. Has done. Hobbs. Denied, and Silva didn't get there. Good tackle for the Courts in the end. We definitely could have done something there. It's just a matter of, can we get there first next time, please? Apart from that one shot that's not been on target, there's not really been much that's happened, unfortunately. I think my weakness of not having the best of starts in the games is coming back to haunt me, you know. I guess a draw wouldn't be a bad result for the first game of this season, but we want to be challenging for the right to be promoted this year, so most of our attack is coming from the inside, so definitely need to improve. We've had 2 shots on target, but there's only 6 games. 6 shots in this game so far. And Ali not really impressed me so far, neither has O'Reilly, so I'm going to say to them, look, you haven't been that good. And O'Reilly's unhappy. Well, he's looking nervous, but yeah. And said I have faith in those people. Oh look, some of them actually got motivated. That's good. Where was that before, huh? O'Reilly to the Silver, Allen, Wheatley. Oh dear. This isn't going well, is it? Boone gets rid of it. Parkhouse wasn't there, but here we go. We've got the ball back now. Here's the Silver. And Parkhouse, with the pace he has, should be dangerous. His Hobbs. Now Parkhouse. Parkhouse with a chance! And Parkhouse has missed a glorious opportunity to give us a lead. Not good at all. We should be winning this. I'll just say that here and now. It's a good chance to score, and they wasted it. Ali to Wheatley. That's a good pass to Allen. Can play in the middle. Has done. Parkhouse! Wide of the post again. Right. Okay. We're having chances. We just need to take them. Eventually. Lakeman out wide to Gibson. Finds. Oh, the post has denied us. Okay. That's awkward. Boston was kidding. This is a big game already, actually. But, Ali, I can't really take him off. He's not got anyone to replace him right now. What do we do in this situation? I don't have any midfielders that can replace them either. So, I'm in a bit of a stuck, awkward situation right now. I'm only going to take O'Reilly off because he hasn't been that good. I'm going to bring on King instead. I don't know what I want to do in this situation. De Silva's been okay, but Ali hasn't been good enough. Do I really take this risk? Nah, I'll just bring on King right now. Blakeman goes for goal over the bar. Okay, so how do we do this? I'm gonna take Gibson off, I think. But Mars is apparently the only player that can come on for him. Go for inverted wing back for you then. I'm going to take the Silver off. I know it's not the ideal situation, but I'm going to bring on Mooney because he's actually tired and getting tired. So 2 wingers. An inverted wing back as well. It's not ideal actually. They've had more chances in the second half than we've had in the first. So concerning. Very concerning. I thought we'd do better than this, but apparently we can't. Down to 12th place because of the 0-0 right now, but at least we're getting a clean sheet. But again, our problems would surely continue. We don't seem to do well against them at this ground. I don't know what it is, and you've got to be... God's sake. We could lose now. This will be the second time in a row we've lost to Chorley at this ground. If this penalty goes in... Cover to take it, and he scored. We've lost. First game of the season, we go and head and lose it. Brilliant. Brilliant. God damn it. I thought we'd be okay. I genuinely thought we would be okay, but no. Give away a penalty. Give away a bloody penalty. That is frustrating. That is really frustrating to know that one... Just Ben Hobbs has been a very good player for us, but that is a silly mistake on his part to give away a penalty at such a late stage. It was evenly matched as well. I think we were definitely evenly matched. Boom was not very good, actually, so... that was evenly matched. That was evenly matched. I'm furious about this. Did not want to lose that at all. God damn. Gibson's not going to play next game, though. I'll tell you that much. Did I say the podcast as well? You know what? Yeah, 6 with... Maybe... But... So that's not ideal. First game of the season we lose in the 90 plus 5 minutes as well. 90 plus 5. God damn it. Anyway, I'm going to end this here. Hope you guys have actually enjoyed this video. Hope you guys will like and so anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.